Hey everybody, we're back and it's time for a little more Terraria action, where today I'm going to fall through here. But we've got some townspeople and we've got some very concrete goals for today. There's Alfred the merchant, who you can buy some stuff. Boy, that sun's hot, that's why you're inside. And you can see that I've been trying to gather up some lenses, and so far I've been doing a pretty terrible job of it. I've only had two, because my next goal is to fight the first boss of the game, the Eye of Cthulu. And I have 200 health, so he could randomly appear at any time. And the nurse has appeared because I have that. And you've seen an old man pacing around the dungeon, he looks troubled. No, I don't give happy endings. Well, that's okay. Not all nurses do. Most nurses don't, actually. And then, so we have 3 townsfolk. We have a bunch of houses set up. Let me just check and make sure these are suitable housings. Housing suitable. Needs table and chair. So yeah, whenever we meet more qualifications to get more townsfolk, those people will show up. But right now we have 3. Yeah. But I've been working a little bit off camera, as usual, just to try and get some stuff straightened out. Mainly in case the eye happens to spawn on me all of a sudden. I'm sorry, bunnies, you shouldn't get in the way of my chopping. Oh, there we go. Just need to gather some more wood here. But you can see to the right there that I've went ahead and made my little arena for the Eye of Cthulhu, and that's one of the sort of hidden aspects of this game that a lot of people don't consider early on, at least until you start to say, well, how in the world am I supposed to fight this guy? Is that you do need to have some sort of preparation in place for pretty much most of the bosses. You can build wherever you want to encounter them. And that's the case here. So what I have is a platform, and I should probably replace these with wooden platforms. But yeah, pretty much I can go around back and forth and fight our little eye friend pretty much however I please. So we'll just keep that there. Yeah, I'm just going to finish this section up because I mainly want to have some places to jump if I need to, where I can jump up to something. But it's not a huge deal. The Eye of Cthulhu is actually an easy fight, unless you haven't played this game before, which then it's a little more complicated. Obviously, I'm making like the obvious statements of the times right now. So let's see, I got 90 wood. I can make a few more platforms here. But yeah, I'm not going to stick too much here. A lot of what's been going on for me in this game lately has been nighttime farming while I'm trying to get... Yeah, I don't need too much. This isn't like some of the later bosses where you need to have a little bit more of a complex arena. Pretty much you can get away with just having a few places to jump. And that I have the double jump this early in the game is going to be ridiculous for this. But yeah, all you're going to do, and I'm hopefully going to show the eye fight today, because he can appear randomly. Let me actually check back in town and see if I can make myself some magic power, because if I can start using the mirror. Because I think each little mana symbol counts for 20, not 10. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Tried to hold off on that as long as I could, and now somebody's deaf and is going to complain. It's okay. I need some more torches, though. Now, what I can also do is try and spelunk my way and try and see if I can find an item that will let me summon the eye. And that would be fantastic luck if I could, because, like I said, I've spent the past few nights in-game farming, and so far I've only been able to farm a bunch of crap. I went back and forth. I went into the corruption a little bit. Yeah, I finally remembered what that area is called. But let's see here. Yeah, I made a gold pickaxe finally. The first one I had a -10 speed, which I really don't like while mining, so I made a second one. It's actually hits people in the face pretty hard. But yeah, my goal here, at least for now, is pretty simple, straightforward stuff. Here's my inventory. Here's my ramshack house. I am not the best house builder in the world, as can be seen. But that's right. I was going to check and see. I don't think you actually need anything. I think you may need 10 stars to craft a little magic item, so what I'm going to do here is, I guess let me just pause the recording and see if we can get to nightfall, because either way it's going to be, hey, look, the eye shows up, or it's going to be, well, the eye doesn't show up and it's time for me to farm some eyeballs with some nighttime combat. I don't have a full armor set. That's less than optimal because he can divvy out some pretty good damage, but I have enough life, and I have enough healing potions that I should be able to soak it up okay. So we'll just put that, we'll just put the healing potions on 3 for now. Or actually, healing potions have usually been on 5 for me, so we'll put the torches on 3. So I'm going to take a quick pause, see if our friend shows up, and I will be right back. Alright, so Bazin the Demolitionist has arrived because I put some bombs back in my inventory for my storage. And what we're doing now is waiting to see if we're going to have the eye appear. I have 4 people living in town now. And I have some plans in case I don't. I'm going to see if I can farm some stuff. And if all else fails, I think what I'm going to do is to go into the corruption and use some of my bombs. And we're probably going to, that 14 should be plenty. See if I can get some good weaponry here. Because technically there's some stuff here not supposed to be able to get until later. So I might be sequence breaking here. But there's... Okay, so it's nightfall. Are we going to get an eye right here? Usually you'll get the indicator pretty soon into night. You want to have it spawn right when night starts, so you have the maximum amount of time to fight, because I will just be throwing a shuriken at it, and that's not the best. So it looks like we don't have this. Now the reason I'm waiting up top to try and, well, let me actually not get myself killed. Wow, slime's owning me. Anyway, the reason you won't, I'm waiting up top is that the eye can actually spawn underground too, and that is not something you want. But I do have all the conditions met for the boss to appear, but I guess now I just have to try and kill some more of these floating eyes until I can get some lenses. Like I said, I got some time killers there if need be. So just slow farming. And once again, just copper coins. I've had horrible luck getting lenses to drop. These things used to drop lenses like candy. I'm actually going to have to maybe pause and get some water, because I'm starting to feel something grabbing my throat here, so... Excuse me. Unfortunately, there's no great way to pause in Terraria. There we go. Let's blow you up a little bit. 3 lenses. I need 6. And I've got plenty of coins. And for those of you keeping score at home, the way to get the townsfolk, to get the nurse, you need to grab, I think, just the first heart container you grab, or the first thing that gives you extra life, will get you the nurse. For the merchant, you need to have, I believe, 50 silver. But you also got to have a house for them to move into, which is why I didn't get a bunch of people early. And if you do get stuck, what tends to work, or if like you have the conditions and people don't move in, what tends to happen, or what tends to work is if you just leave your home area, your house area for a while, and come back later. Like the demolitionist didn't move in until I left and went to my little fight arena, which is not too far from my home. And we're already getting some corruption enemies nearby. So we got 4 lenses now. So it could be the next night. What I should probably do here is I have an Eater of Souls trying to get me. Oh my goth. See, it's not so bad if you can corner them. The danger in the corruption is that you get so many of them all at once. And it could be a little stupid for me to try and do what I'm thinking of doing in the corruption without actually having better armor. Like, I have the silver helmet. Okay, so you're probably not going to drop another lens, are you? Nope. Yeah, because if I could have a whole silver set, I could actually turn around and get an armor bonus, or I forget what the silver bonus is, but you want to have same types of sets for at least some things if you can. And it's funny how the earlier sets where you got to find specific ores are a little more difficult than the sets that you make later in the game, where you need some specific stuff, but it's readily available just in more difficult zones. Like with the eye, if I can get a bunch of lenses, or if I can get some proper summoning items from somewhere, and they do drop pretty commonly later in the game, so no lens there again. So my goal is to get a few more lenses if possible, definitely to get some shooting stars, and there's one that just fell. You can hear the sound maybe in the background. I'm just going to keep fighting these eyes because those stars will stay there all night. But that way I can use my mirror and not worry about, hey, the eye just summoned in the middle of my game while I'm underground and it's going to try and beat the crap out of me while I'm trying to spelunk back upstairs, or upstairs to the surface. So just need one more star after this one, and I should be able to use my mirror, which means I can explore underground or where I'm thinking about going pretty stupidly. Now, could be that a star fell in my arena. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Doesn't look like that's the case. So there's my arena. Here's my condominium structure. Let's go ahead and set our demolitionist to live right there. I don't want to pay him a visit just to get some bombs once this is all said and done, because I don't know how eventful this night's going to be. I really hope I find one more star, though, because by the time daybreak comes, I should be able to make it to the other side. Oh, good, one more. So let's go ahead and... Yep, mana crystal, there we go. So all we gotta do is just eat it, and we get 20 mana, so we get one star right there. And I did actually hear another one fall. Oh wow, two. And we're getting bats now. And another eye, so we're well on our way. You don't need too much magic power, definitely not in the early going, but I do have 20. So now anytime I want to return home I can with the mirror. I do not know if it has what kind of cooldown it has. Okay, lens, no lens. So we'll just keep working our way up. And it's getting a little brighter. Unfortunately, these eyes do not stick around. Now, there's some strategies that I just want to play forward a little bit, because I've already mentioned what I'm planning on doing here as I try and kill this demon eye slowly with my silver sword. I don't have optimal gear at all. The normal advice you get is to try and farm more stuff. But there's two ways I can go about the next section. I can, once I get the Cthulhu eye done, the next boss that you really should fight is in the corruption. But the jungle, which I'm heading to right now, even though it's not a great place to be at night, this is the jungle. Oh no, jungle zombie. The jungle's not a horrible place to farm, if you know what you're doing. And I'd like to think that I do. I'm currently underpowered for the jungle. But if I can get what I need to, I can get some weapons that'll really trivialize some of the other content as we get our jungle bat that hits me for 17 damage and 20 damage. Like I said, my armor is not up to snuff right now. I think those hits are equivalent or maybe even harder than what I'll be getting hit by bosses for a while. There's a goldfish, water zombie. Wow. Lots of zombies. Let's kill all y'all real quick. So yeah, that's the jungle. And I could farm that, but what I think I'm going to do instead is... I did see some area of the corruption that may be pretty easy for me to get to, and now that I have the grappling hook, I don't just need to make a platform maze. I should be able to... I'm not going to be able to kill that in time, am I? Maybe. One lens. So I'm one lens short. If you drop a lens, I will love you. Yes, we have 6 lenses. So I can... So now we get to actually craft the next boss item. And that was just in the nick of time, too, because there's another eye that came up that just flew away. Once this music starts, even though there's stars outside, it's essentially daytime. So that is good news. Now all we gotta do is first off fall to my partial death. Fortunately, I have a nurse now. And I'll try the mirror on the way back, but I think we're gonna do something stupid before we do the Cthulhu fight. And it's not like, oh, Cthulhu, it's the big scary squid face thing. Almost said from Ayn Rand. That's not Ayn Rand at all. Which is sad, because I've read some of the Call of Cthulhu, so... Just gonna go back in. Hello, nurse. Heal me. Thank you. Fortunately, she doesn't charge, so... Oh, she does charge. 6... That's practically no money, though, so... Okay, so I can make goggles. What can I make goggles out of? 2 lenses. Let's not waste those lenses. Now, we do have a few places where I can craft. So I'm going to talk to you first. Bombs, pretty expensive. Dynamite, also really expensive. So we're going to stick with bombs for now. I think that's enough's good, because dynamite's going to do really good for what I want. But 30 bombs should be plenty. So goldfish. Smiling might be a good snack. We'll worry about that later. So yeah, I think there's a few things that I get to do here today. Now, in order to make the boss item, you have to do it at a little demon forge or demon altar. I forget what it's called. And fortunately for us, we do actually have one very close to our spawn point. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead and do what I said I'd do earlier. And I know it could cause some trouble for this area, but since this isn't what I'd call a primary place for me to mine, I don't care too much. I am just going to... Well, let's see here. Actually, one neat thing you can do with the grappling hook is do just some mining like that. And actually hold on to blocks. And there we go. Short, simple, sweet. Now, what I don't want to do is accidentally destroy it, so... We're just going to mine to the side, and we're going to drain all the water out. And see, the gold does knock through this stuff a little faster. So here we go. Am I drowning? I'm not drowning. Actually, I could probably do here is make some kind of a false water bottom. I don't know if that's going to do any good, but... Oh, I just drank a potion. Good job. I failed. So look, the demon altar has its own light source, kind of. And look, just like that. 5 torches. I don't know if there's any other pots over here, but... Yeah, there's one. Just some coins. So there we go. I don't know what I did for my area of egress, but I can just dig through there pretty easily. But now that I'm at the altar, I can make a suspicious-looking eye. That'll summon the boss. If I use it during the day, it does nothing. If I use it twice, it kill me. Yeah, and you don't want to hit that forge with the hammer because it hurts. So see, I just drained most of the water down here. And see, water has to go down, and it'll go down deep, deep, deep into the world. It's actually a really useful strategy for getting later in the game if you're going to make sort of a water tunnel elevator. But that's something for way later. But if you have to dig through some nasty parts, sometimes you want to bring some water with you, and that'll just keep you safe the whole time. We're going to do something really irresponsible now, because I have some money, not a ton of money, and I'm on the verge of, if I get hit a few times by bad things, I'm going to die. But you may remember in a video before, I saw the edge of what I forgot was called the corruption. There was a demon altar, and there was another little circle orb pretty close by, just right on the forest edge. And my gold pickaxe cannot dig through that rock underneath. I can get a proper pickaxe that'll let me do it later. I can harvest demonite ore with it. So any demonite ore I find, I can go ahead and do that. But since we're just biding our time during the day right now, I am going to go ahead and... Let's see here. We're in the corruption on this side. And there's one pit early. So that's probably the pit I want to hit. And if this kills me, it's no biggie. I'm not playing hardcore mode, so it's very likely that I'm going to die anyway. So what I like to do here, just to save myself from irresponsibility later, is I'm going to make some wooden platforms just because they're good to have. And I can actually make some sticky stuff as well. And all I'm going to do is drop down here. Grappling hook ready. We're just going to drop some torches and take this nice and slow. 2 torches. Alright. Now the way this area works is pretty much... Well, first it would help if I actually put down a torch. The way this area works is that there's a lot of cross and intersecting areas underneath, and I've got to keep moving, or big nasties are going to start killing me. Like this guy, he has a ton of health. This guy has not nearly as much. Yeah, all I'm going to do is stick pretty close to where I'm at. Because the little eaters I can handle, it's the big guns that I don't like. So see, there's one demon altar. And there's another demon altar right there. See, my pickaxe cannot cut this. However, what I can do, and hopefully not kill myself. So you drop a bomb. How many bombs am I going to need to drop here? Because we're starting to get some ebonstone blocks. Yeah, I guess I'm glad I brought 30. Because this is going to take some work. And what I probably could do, actually, go ahead and drop one more down here. And I don't remember actually if I need to bomb this or not. But I could go ahead and drain all of this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do need to bomb that. So we'll try and get out of the way. Horrible chill goes down your spine. And I get a heavy musket, which is great. That's what I wanted. So we are going to use this mirror. Maybe. Use the mirror while I'm drowning. There we go. Let me tell you what's good about a musket. It is a very powerful weapon. Very, very, very powerful. In fact, it's slow. It is very slow, but it hits super hard. So if I can just get a gun guy to show up and I can buy some ammo, that will completely trivialize the next boss fight that I have. I don't know if I'll be able to get that, but the horrible chill going down your spine from destroying one of those things. I don't know if I just summoned the next boss or not. I might have. I think the idea is that I may have just sequence broke a little bit. Well, obviously I did, because you're not technically supposed to have the musket by now, but I was able to survive that area. Does this mirror have a cooldown? Why did I put it in the trash? That's so stupid of me. Okay. So, I don't know if Gunshop Guy's going to appear. I am going to go ahead and take a quick pause break, and I am going to resume just to see if the gun guy will show up and to see if I can actually get, what do you call it, the boss to show up. So that'll be, because I can't do that till night anyway. So we've done what we kind of need to do in this video so far, so we're going to cap it off with a boss fight. Hope that sounds good to you, so sit tight.